Yo, what's going on, Guardians? Good to be here. It is day one of Lightfall. We just launched. We are back in this thing. So I just wanted to quickly do a breakdown while it's on my mind. I'm in the middle of the solo run for the legendary campaign, but I wanted to break down really quickly the Guardian rank system and just give folks some top lines about what to expect with the Guardian rank system and then how you can navigate it. So let's jump into it. So as you can see, when I logged in, I didn't really do anything specific other than literally turn on the game. But because I had already done a lot of grinding previously with previous seasons, I was already at rank 6 when I entered in the game. The goal of this system, again, folks probably know by now, I critiqued pretty heavily Bungie not giving us a lot of information around this, was because we just have to like navigate it as is the day of, right? Even as we're doing it right now. And so um didn't get any notifications, just showed up and I was rank 6. So as someone who's played the game, it's kind of whatever, but as someone who may be returning to the game after a long hiatus, or if you're just truly a new light, again, it could be a little bit jarring. But the whole idea behind the Guardian rank system is that rather than having if you back out, rather than having level 3000 on your season pass, which really doesn't say anything and really doesn't actually tell anybody about who you are as a guardian. Now what you have in your tag is your guardian rank level, which denotes how much you've actually engaged with the game and how much you understand the game. So there's two ways to really monitor your journey with guardian ranks. So one is the main orbit screen where you can click on view journey, right? Or if you just go to your character screen and then navigate over to the journey tab. So there's two quick ways to be able to access it. And the first part of this is being able to dive a little bit deeper into all the ranks. So to get from one rank to the next, when you hover over it, you can just quickly see what the progress is towards it. But as you want to dive a little bit deeper, you can click on your actual rank here, and you can actually dive a little bit deeper. Again, you can go back and click on whatever rank you are. So if you're rank 2, click on rank 2, whatever the case may be. But what this is going to show you is that every part of the journey, from being a new light to literally you created your guardian and you logged in day 1, all the way to veteran status, elite status, and then all the way to the final level, which is rank 11 paragon. It's showing you the progression of just being in the game and the kind of, rather than a more strict onboarding experience that we typically have in Destiny. This is a more of a play at your own pace, but also here's a map to be able to guide you through the process. And so as you can see, I'm at rank 6, so I've already done the basics of I created a character. I understood how my ghost works. I started to, mess around with patrols and lost sectors, all these different things. Now, as someone who's played the game, it's like a little bit eye rolling, just a little bit, because it's like, oh, this is like super basic. But I like this feature for the fact that, like, if you've never engaged with Destiny 2 at all, I think this is a little bit more intuitive and a little bit more helpful than people just being thrown in the game. And I just find a friend who's never played Destiny and they're like, oh, create your character. They create a character and then they have no clue what the heck is going on with the story or just how to navigate the game. So again, it tells you how to get to the gunsmith, lost sectors, all these different things. As someone who's played the game, I've already dabbled in all those areas, so it shows me something a little bit different. Now, to get from rank 6 to rank 7, that's where the journey gets a little bit more interesting. Where again, I'm already starting to grind because I'm doing this solo legendary campaign. But as we go through each rank, there's more things that we have to unlock. So even you see this jump from 6 to 7, there's so much more things that we have to unlock. So it's not just seasonal content, it's stuff about champions, it's commendations, it's lost sector, it's all these different components of the game. And so rather than, again, logging in the game, doing a playlist activity and not knowing what to do, this gives you a little bit more direction. Especially my channel is more catered to new lights and returning players. As folks who are in those categories as either a new light or returning player, I think this is going to be your go-to spot when you log in each day or each week or however how many times you get opportunity to log in. Come to your journey page, look at where you are in the journey, and rather than just like going aimlessly, obviously, do the campaign because that's going to be really good content. But outside of that, this is a great way to like not feel like you're just aimlessly just logging into the game for no reason. Again, it is aspirational, so you have to essentially beat the first, the level you're at to get to the next level. But as we're grinding, it's aspirational. That Paragon is an interesting word. I should look up the definition, but the fact is things get harder and harder from having to do raids and dungeons, doing different things with the commendation system. Again, you're going to be pushed to dive deeper into the game, and also what we've heard from Bungie already is pushed to get into build crafting a lot more. So again, the system, again, as much as it's pretty intuitive, it's really important for folks to get a sense of where this goes into your gameplay loop, right? So I would suggest, just from my experience thus far, if you are someone who's a new light or returning player, this is what you do every day. Log into the game, choose your character, and this should be like one of your first things. It's like kind of the morning coffee, right? You log in, you come to this page. Obviously, you'll be on your character screen, do all the build crafting, look at all the things. Ignore this. Again, it's day one. I'm gonna get my builds together. But then again, you log in. The first thing you do, go to journeys, and that can be the way that you kind of navigate your experience. Is like, okay, I know that I need to get my season rank up. I know that there's weekly campaign mission things I need to do. I need to finish the Lightfall campaign. These are aspirational things that, rather than just like, oh, I just don't know what to do, there's that direction there. So that's part one. And then part two is just the other visualizations. Again, big shout out to Bungie. It's a low bar to like go over, but big shout out to them of being a lot better about their type font and the size of the font that they have, because they used to just put things really small. So there's still a couple small aspects, but nice big fonts, things that are a lot more accessible for different people in the community. People have different visual abilities. But as you go to this second aspect of it is tracking, this is like, okay, these are things I need to grind out for like XP and understand the game. This is how you track what you've achieved and kind of looking back on what you've done. So there's going to be the triumphs, which again, you can see me, I played a good bit of the game. So my lifetime score of everything I've done in the game since I started playing during Rise of Iron. You can see the active triumph score, and then you can see these other different components of like legacy triumphs, as well as triumphs that we will grind out, and a couple things I've already completed, right, and gotten done in terms of Lightfall. Now, as we go through that, that's one way to look at those pieces. But then also, in accompanying this is your titles. So titles are a lot easier to access. And so now when you click on titles, not only can you look at your legacy titles, which I have 8 legacy titles, again, titles you can no longer get in the game. So Splicer, Realm Walker, I think Warden's in here. Yeah, Warden's in here, a couple others, as well as the active titles. So the active titles that you can continue to grind and guild. For instance, my Iron Banner title, again, I have the opportunity to, again, I did the base activities for the Triumph, so I do have the Iron Lord title. And then if I want to guild it, when Iron Banner comes around later in the season, I have the opportunity to do so. So again, when we come back out to this journey page, it gives us a really good view of, we kind of split the picture in half. It's on the left side. We have the sense of what is our progression. Again, what I said earlier, the morning coffee, you log in, see what are the things I need to do to have a productive time, productive, fun, engaging time on the game without like getting bored. And then on the right side, you get to kind of track and kind of look at your, little stars on your chart, saying your little progression as you're getting into the game. Now, again, I haven't done anything in the game. Again, I've just done the campaign, so I haven't done anything that would get me commendations yet, but your commendations will also show up here. So again, this is just a really quick breakdown. I am going to do a deeper dive video once I'm probably beaten the legendary campaign and I've gotten a couple other accomplishments under my belt, but I just wanted to quickly offer this. Folks who saw this pop up, saw a number by their name, and they didn't quite know what it was. This is just a really quick breakdown of understanding that when you're in the Guardian Ring system, again, morning coffee, log into the game, choose your character, see what you need to accomplish for the day. And I just say, every week, just pick like a couple things. Like say, this week you want to get the Nightfall Triumph out of the way. Or next week you want to, complete all of Season of Defiance. Whatever you want to do, whatever's going to keep you engaged and what's also not going to burn you out, right? So I hope this was helpful. Again, we'll have more details, more like highly edited videos down the road. But again, it's day one. I'm taking a break, getting some snacks, getting some water. and I'm gonna hop back into the legendary campaign. But we'll see you all next time. And yeah, sub, comment, subscribe, do all the things, and we'll keep pushing out this content. Appreciate y'all.